Hello and welcome to a plumbing video. Unfortunately, I have a leaking tap. Luckily, it's an outside tap, so it's easy to replace, but it took me a while to find because I also had a leaking tap in the stalls. That one I replaced, and now that's not leaking anymore, but I still heard the pump running every time to build up pressure. I have found leaking tap number 2. It's the same type of tap as what was leaking in the stalls. So that's going to be another new tap, because although I've sold the house, it is still costing me electricity every time the pump builds up pressure. Now, you can see when it leaks because there's a drop falling from it. You can't actually see from the tap itself, but the shadow next to it shows it nicely. And it's quite a regular drop. It's not once every hour, it's once a minute, so it does cost a bit of water as well as electricity every time the pump goes. So how I found out, I actually yesterday only noticed that in this bucket it was wet from the hose connection that I connected to this, and therefore was all full of water, whilst it hasn't rained since December, unfortunately, so there is a drought. But anyway, then I closed both of these taps. This one was attached, I closed both of them, and in the end this fills up. There's no more space for the water to go, and I didn't hear the pump. So that told me likely problem is this tap. So you can see it's leaking. So we have to go out and buy a tap to replace this. That's going to be today's task. We got some company over there. Haven't seen the partner cat, so maybe this one's alone now. I don't know. Any case, before taking out this tap, we have to close off the connection at the water pump, open the tap to drain the pressure off, and then we can remove the tap. So luckily there has been thought about this system, so that if there is a need to diagnose the outside water system, we can just turn this tap off right over here without turning the pump off. Right, that one's off. Now I can release the pressure. Alright, that can drain off. Now there is also another tap over here, which is hidden in the grass. This is so that the rest of the pipework that runs outside, underneath the road here, underneath those roof tiles, to the tap out there, another tap around those corners, if those are leaking, this tap here can be closed and those taps can be addressed. So we have tried to think of possible ways in order to make life easier. So at least this tap has got to go, and then we got to go shopping. Okay, let's get some tools. Okay, no tools required because it's in plastic. It's not very tight. These adapters are tight, but we can just unscrew this. So at least I still have water for the rest of the house, so there's no big rush. I still have water in the stalls as well. I don't really use this outside tap too much now. This is good for watering any case. That's not important. But what is a new tap. Okay, new tap has been installed. Took a 2 or 3 times to get it right, because in plastic and getting it with the direction. So now it's all built up to pressure, there's no more droplets, and the tap works. So now hopefully that should have resolved this problem, and we'll investigate why the tap began to leak. I can see a bit of pitting, rust pitting on the ball valve, so probably due to the pitting it no longer seals properly against the seal, therefore allowing drops of water through. So that's one project quickly done. It shouldn't last. It should last for me and save water and electricity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.